Welcome back to this second hour of Hereticus, and we have some Dark Eldar to kill. Except, of course, it's their turn first. So the Dark Eldar up on the roof is dead. It is no longer. It no longer exists.
It has ceased to be. It is pushing up the daisies.
Yes.
It has expired and gone to join the choir invisible, and so on and so forth.
And so on and so forth. One of the Dark Eldar that managed to reach the corner of the building and the safety of that corner before Medea could hit it continues to run. You can't see it at this point. It's running along the building, hoping to find some entrance that can take it up to the roof. The other Eldar that's standing down where you guys are standing is in fact standing, or it isn't standing, but it's certainly stunned. It was stunned by the force bolts. It's basically unable to do anything this round. Tim, what would you like to do?
That's a good question. I am thinking, how far down is it if I jump to the next building?
Oh, you would have to make me a probably the best acrobatics roll you've made ever.
I don't have acrobatics unlocked, so.
Oh, I think it's a basic skill, so you could still do it, but at half your characteristic.
It doesn't appear to be.
It doesn't? I'm shocked. Shocked, I say. But, it's advanced. Huh. That surprises me. Okay, cool. So,
yes, and this is where I am saddened that I didn't buy a Batman-style grappling hook for Tim.
That would have been cool. Unfortunately, at this point, you're in. So, well, the Dark Eldar in front of you goes down to its knees and then topples over. It's dead. So there's no immediate threat.
Yes, but that one found me, and
yes.
As a sniper, I don't want to be found.
No.
I don't suppose there's anything nearby I could easily get to.
No, not in a round. Not since you don't have acrobatics. No.
Yeah, and even with a plot, I can't do skills that aren't basic without unlocking them, right?
Indeed. If they're not basic, you need to unlock them first.
Okay.
So the thing is, along the edge of the roof, there are plenty of statues and other roofy stuff you can hide behind, so you can absolutely conceal yourself if you want.
In that case, I think perhaps Tim would spend a round moving to a different position and set up a new trap.
Okay, let's have an agility roll or a test for the trap you set up.
Yes, and this time I will remember the +10 my arm gives me.
Yes. Cool.
I desire to reroll that.
Okay.
There we go.
Cool. So you relocate and you set up and you do this quickly, basically in the span of your turn. You relocate and you set up a new trap near where you're now sitting. Okay, cool. Medea, it's your turn. So there is a Dark Eldar down there where you guys are. The other has vanished for now, but you do still see one of them. He's stunned this round.
He gonna die.
Okay. Well, so you don't need to roll anything. You can just pull the trigger and he dies. He's stunned. So that's basically what Medea does this time. Is make sure, this round is make sure that this Dark Eldar ceases to exist.
She's gonna make a cold shot because that's without penalty for her, and then she's gonna remove his head.
Okay, cool.
She shows him that you can never have too many bullets, even if they're inside you.
Yes.
Cool. Well, so he did.
He did.
Actually, it was the other one, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, Cool. Francesca, what do you do? You know there's still at least one Dark Elder out there.
Yeah. Do I have a chance of actually spotting the git?
Well, you'd have to move over to the corner it vanished behind.
Could I do that?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Swing around and be ready to fire if I see the little geezer.
Yeah.
I really want that guy to die. As in seriously want him to die.
I don't get why. I mean, maybe he just wants to be friends and have tea.
Shush! He has helped kill all my sisters. Must die horribly.
Fair enough. So you also move to the corner of this church you're standing by, and you peer around the corner, and you do well. Give me a perception. These guys are terribly fast, and Dark Eldari. So give me an awareness test.
Okay, we'll try that again. Hey, nice.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you see the figure, and you're able to. I'll give you one shot.
Yes, that's fine.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see, and of course I'll do the the half action aim.
Yeah, sure.
So
remember, if you do the half action aim, you can't shoot this round.
Oh, that's right. I've already moved, so
moved
not a problem.
for half action,
Okay,
yes.
Not a problem. I still have +10 for my targeter.
Yep.
Let's see if I can possibly hit this git. Wow.
So
that's 0-1.
Yes. Here's the thing. I'll still okay, what just happened? Okay, cool. I'll still okay, roll 20 is being an ass. I'll still roll a dodge for him. He'll get some severe penalties to it, but
That's fine. I'm still hitting him with several bullets, so he can only dodge one of them.
It's a half action. Remember that. You can only shoot one with a half action.
Oh, right. Okay. That's true. I can't fire a burst.
Right.
It's not. Well. Wait a second. You can fire bursts, but you can't fire full.
No, bursts are also full actions.
No problem.
Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Let's see. Okay, so even with the severe penalties I've just given him, he actually does manage to dodge. He dodges behind an entrance into the church, one of the minor entrances.
Sure.
So Akalon, my good man, what do you want to do?
I'm not sure what I'm doing, considering.
Well, So you're floating. You're hovering, more like.
By the Emperor, this is strange. I can't swim through the air. I can't move, and I can't see the guy. So
I like the imagery. I really like the imagery.
Can I see Tim?
Yes, you can see Tim. He's you can see him for a little while, and then he vanishes from where he was standing before.
In the very small amount of time that I do see him, I should like to try and use a healing ability on him, a healer on him.
Okay. Sure.
Although that depends. Is he within 10 meters of me?
No, he wouldn't be.
Then I can't do it anyway. Okay, so what can I do? There's nothing I don't know. Do. Can I think really heavy thoughts and try and get back down on the ground?
That's So let me just
try, asking someone to reach up and take you with them.
That would be hard. He's 5 meters up.
Then throw something at you, like a rope.
Oh, okay. So it's not necessary because you rises into the air, blah blah blah, falling back to earth after a second or two. So you do. It's only for a brief moment, and then you.
All right.
You come back down to
then reasonably he would have been able to follow as well.
Yes, you can act normally, which means that one option would be to go to the same corner that Sister Francesca is.
And try to fry his brain.
Yeah, because even though the Dark Eldar, as I described him vanishing behind or into an entrance into one of the minor entrances into the church. That doesn't actually happen until it's his turn next time.
Okay.
So you could still conceivably do something if you want.
Let me just check something. I just remembered something about fate points. I need to check that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I might have an idea.
I mean, sure.
Go ahead.
I mean, it worked so well last time when I did this, so let's just, do it again.
Sure. Cool.
And this time, if we do get Perils of the Warp come up, I'm not going to re-roll it, because that would be... I've only got one re-roll left at this point.
Yep.
This is when you roll 100 on it.
Yeah, I think I did it, and no 9s. So
Oh, sad face.
That's twice the value I need to get. So
Yeah, so that's plus 10, so that's 2 more points damage.
So I should need to roll 1d10 plus 8.
That's nice.
10.
All right.
Okay. So you do hit him, and let's see. The stunned thing is.
Oh, that's what you did. Stunned is nice.
No, I think he used the force bolt, if I remember, if I understand correctly. But if he comes within a certain amount of
wounds.
Yes, then he is stunned. That's why the other one was unable to move.
Yeah, of course. No, that's excellent.
Depends how wounded.
Stunned. Let's find it.
We don't play this often enough.
Stun.
Mm-hmm.
191 or 199. Let's have a look. See.
There's also
Here we go.
Let's see. Blah 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 blah. Stun due to the effects of blah 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 blah. That's not really helpful.
Stunned targets. Weapon skill and ballistic skills tests made to stun targets are plus 20.
Mm-hmm.
For starters.
But the thing is, he isn't stunned just yet. What I need to know is if he becomes stunned, is whether or not he becomes stunned. I can't remember if it's as soon as he comes within his toughness bonus in wounds.
I think actually that may be the case, but let's just be certain. Just for the hell of it, because this is another one of those rule books in which
yes.
But they are many. We know they exist. They are manifold. Let's see. Page 200 as well might have something.
No, it doesn't. I just checked 200.
Okay, so 199 and 200, neither of them have anything? Other than...
It's just sad.
Yes, it bloody is.
Okay, you know what? I'm just going to say he's stunned, because...
yes, I'll try to keep looking just for the hell of it,
Also, I just checked just to confirm, and because I don't want to be wrong with this, semi-auto is a full action.
Good.
Yes.
That's I'm going with that anyway, because you're good. Thing that we're certain. Good thing that we're certain.
Exactly. Good.
Stun. I have it here. Mm-hmm. When unarmed or armed with a melee weapon, you can strike to stun rather than land a killing blow. While any character may attempt this action, only characters with the takedown talent has a good chance of succeeding. Striking to stun is resolved in a similar way than to make a standard attack. Test weapon skill. If you have takedown, if you don't have takedown, take -20 penalty to the test. On a success, roll d10 and add your strength bonus. Your opponent rolls d10 and adds his toughness bonus +1 per armor, protecting his head. If you roll equal to or higher, your opponent is stunned equal to a number of rounds equal to the difference between the rolls and gains 1 level of fatigue. But that's basically how you deliberately stun someone. So that's okay. I'm going to keep looking. You've already made a ruling. I'm just going to keep looking.
This dude is stunned.
Okay, goody.
And you delivered... Well, actually, he might not be. No, you know what? I've already said he is, so he is. I'm not going to go back on that.
Yeah.
So that's Akalon's action. You basically went over to where Sister Francesca was standing and fired off another one of these force bolts. Top of the round, Dark Eldar 2 is now stunned, and Tim, what do you want to do? Do you want
Can I see anything from my vantage point?
to? Can you see anything? Well, you probably heard the sounds of battle going on down at ground level, so your relocation would probably be to a point where you can have some kind of overview of what's going on. So I'm going to say yes.
In that case, if I can see the stunned Eldar, I might want to try and copy Sister Francesca.
Okay.
Ow.
Just need to look at my my pew pews because I don't remember what each of them do.
Your pew pews.
I have it, by the way.
Okay.
I have it. In addition to wound loss and other sorts of damage, characters may also become stunned. A character who can become stunned due to the effect of some psychic powers, critical hits, or the takedown talent, weapon skill, and ballistic skill tests to hit the stunned characters are considered routine. In addition, stunned characters cannot take actions of any kind, even free ones like dodge. It doesn't actually say anything about what you just mentioned.
No.
So, anyway. Yeah. Well, we know that for next time.
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
Sus.
Yes.
Let's see. Yes. Good.
So I still see Guy, or
You still see Guy. Yes.
Guy also appears to have helmet.
Guy appears to have helmet. Yes.
Right. Then I'm going to do half action to aim, and then cold shot, headshot. So the half action to aim gives me what? It's been a while since I've done this.
A half action to aim gives you a +10.
Yes, and the accurate special ability of my weapon also gives me +10, yes?
Yes. And cold
Right.
shots, assuming you're doing cold shot, that's -20, so those offset.
Yes, but I have sharpshooter, so I get no penalty for cold shot.
Ah, cool. So +20. And
So
an additional +10, I think, because he's stunned. No, was that +20? I think it was +20. Yes, +20. An additional +20.
So I'll add 40
Yes,
to my roll.
exactly.
So basically, I reach a value of 99,
Okay. Well,
and I assume 100 is a auto fail anyway.
there is a malfunction thing for your weapon. Okay, so you did roll high, but because of the insane bonuses you get, you actually hit.
Yay!
So
I will do some damage.
okay.
And as I recall, headshots had some sort of damage boost that we only figured out.
Yeah,
last
1.5 times
Yes.
damage.
All right, so I'll roll the damage first.
Yes.
And I get to roll twice because I'm using my hotshot clip, which has an armor pen of 4.
Okay. So that removes his armor.
But that's, as I said, that's what you have to expect with the Dark Eldar. Super fast little gits. And
Yes.
very lightly armored.
Yep.
Yes. I guess I'll take the 10.
Yes.
Of course.
And that means that you remove his head, or
Yeah,
you certainly
he's
kill
already
him.
he's already taken damage. Remember that from Akalon's Force Bolt. So yeah.
Yes.
Oh, actually, it's 12.
Because you have Mighty
Even
Shot.
better.
Of course it. So
Yeah, I
that
forgot
gets-
that. I have Mighty Shot as well. So yes.
So yes, that
Cool.
that should boom.
Okay. Cool.
Just
So
gets over the voice thing.
cool. So as you stand there amongst churches and statues and bloody drag marks and all the good stuff, all becomes quiet. There is no indication of any other enemies.
I reload while we, while we are making completely certain that they are in fact, gone.
Yes.
Then I make sure to reload, and once that's happened, I'll, Tim, I think it's time for you to come down so that we can head inside.
Yes, let me just finish up my lookout with the thermal goggles, and I'll be right down.
Of course.
Which is what Tim does. Looks for, well, first and foremost, enemies, and if he can't see any, then he looks for invisible enemies.
Cool. Tim doesn't spot any visible or invisible enemies.
No. I actually kind of imagine that these guys were left here sort of exactly to do something like this. If some, either to look for something specific or to mop up any, just in case that, let's say, some of the sisters who had been here had hidden. And then they come out later thinking everything is safe, then these three shits would have killed them.
Now you mention it, that would be... There might be survivors, for all we know, locked up in some part.
There might be, but in that case, the best chance we have of finding them is inside.
Well, we still need to finish clearing out the other buildings to make sure that there's no chance of being ambushed once we head to where we think the icon is.
Of course, but I think checking the buildings, around the perimeter, Heine, do we actually find any more bad guys who cut us into little ribbons?
So you take the time then to
Yes.
check the perimeter and make sure that you don't get any nasty surprises.
Yes.
And there are none. You don't find any other spiky armored individuals. You do find plenty of these drag marks, though, and they all lead in the direction of the central.
I will, by the way, make sure to take. For one thing, I'll take one of the. I'll take their weapons, because they might be of interest to to scholars, back at the main camp whenever we get there, or to the Inquisition for that matter. And I will also make sure to bring one of the corpses for the same reason.
Okay, cool.
Preferably the one who still has a head.
Cool. Yeah, sweet. So the perimeter has been secured. You're as certain as you can be that there are no more enemies to be found. What then?
I require healing.
Yes. I might try and use that ability now.
Yes.
I need healing.
Since it is... Because it's a minor psychic power, what's the threshold on it? 7. Okay, I'm just going to roll 1d10 plus my power well modifier.
Okay.
Yep, that works.
Cool.
So he is healed. Target of this power removes 1d5 points of damage, removing critical damage first. I assume that, based on what you just said, that Tim is willing to be healed by psychic means, otherwise this will not work.
Yes. He's not necessarily fond of it, but we are in a dangerous situation and he needs to be tipped up.
Right.
He's pragmatic about it.
Right, I'm going to roll a d10, and then we obviously that becomes d5. We just halve the value of it.
Sure. Or you can just roll d5.
I know I always struggle with writing out typing dice, something weird like that.
Oh, so you're using the dice roller thing?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So that's 4 points that
Yes.
we get back.
Yes.
I'm still hurt, but thank you.
Yeah, how many damage did you take? How much damage?
I took 9 in total.
9 in total, yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I did it wrong. Sorry.
Did you?
Yes, I had 9 left.
Okay.
Cool.
So I'm up at 13 out of 15.
Okay, cool. So still not at full, but certainly better than before.
But not as wounded as I was.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Alright, so... Yes, I think if we've swept the general area, it would be good to. Okay, well, the question is it more sound to check each of the smaller holy buildings, the saints' chapels, before heading into the main cathedral and looking for the reliquary? Or do we head straight for the main chapel?
No, I think, again, as I said, let's make sure that all the outlying buildings are thoroughly checked first, and as soon as we've done that, then we head in.
Okay.
It's worth mentioning that in all of the minor churches and chapels and other similar buildings, in all of them you find signs of struggle.
Yeah, that is not a surprise. They would have defended every shrine to
Yep.
to the death.
Lots of blood, lots of scorch marks, lots of signs of battle in general.
I'm still worried that we're going to find all my sisters dead in the main chapel or main cathedral, and if we don't, I'm really worried that they've been dragged off to Comora, but, there you go. He did talk about that place after all, the
Yes.
our Astartes colleague, friend, whatever you want to call him.
Yep.
So, yes, ouch.
That I think Tim, says as he joins, as they enter, not necessarily loudly, but you may want to prepare yourself mentally.
I will. My biggest issue is if they have been dragged off to that place, these Xenos filth will have a field day. No sister of battle in the history of our order have ever fallen to the ruinous powers. They will die before they submit, and they know, I believe, how to make that last an awfully long time.
So you've secured all the buildings surrounding the main chapel, and there's really only the chapel itself or cathedral itself left.
And whatever is underground, but let's go in there.
Yeah.
That's also the way to get underground. So
Yeah, exactly. So this cathedral is it puts every and any cathedral you've ever seen before to shame. It dwarfs them all. It's an immense building.
There's one thing I need to ask.
Mhm.
The armory in this place, is that located underground as well? It makes sense if it was, or is it located in a side building? Because that is of importance to Francesca.
The armory. Well, so either scenario is possible. Since Francesca knows this. She doesn't know the Abbey of St. Helena's Mount well enough to know this, but in the buildings you've checked, there hasn't
found
been
one.
an armory.
All right, then I have to assume, at least so far, that the armory is downstairs.
Mhm.
That is important to her, because obviously the arms and armors of the orders they're blessed, they're sacred. So yeah.
So you guys reach the stairs leading up to the cathedral itself, and this is also where hundreds and hundreds of bloody drag marks meet, and also lead up the stairs to the cathedral's entrance. It's a grisly sight because it brings to mind the many people who died making these drag marks, or certainly suffered. But you guys start walking up the stairs, and eventually you walk past more huge statues of Saint Celestine and other important Adeptus Sororitas figures. And as you stand there by the massive golden gates leading into the cathedral, it's closed. The gates are closed. And they'll have to be opened.
Yeah. Weapons at the ready, friends.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
And then Francesca will push them open.
Okay.
And she will tell her friends, stand back, they may have put explosives.
Tim stands back.
Okay. So, does Sister Francesca do anything to protect herself, or does she?
Yes,
just...
she does. No, she will use her auspex first to scan for anomalies, any beeping things that could be a boom thing or something.
Okay, so she doesn't see anything, but she also realizes that auspexes they are limited. It's feasible that the auspex wouldn't be able to reach beyond these gates.
Yes. Is there? Here's the thing. In a cathedral like this, there might be the huge doors at the end of the main building itself, but there might also be a side annex with a way in.
So you take the time to...
Yes, I mean, we've been all the way around. We might as well check if that's the case.
Sure, and that is indeed the case.
Yes, then I will definitely tell the others that this is a better chance. We have a better chance of getting in this way, and then she will tell them again just in case, and back, and then she will stand around the corner of the annex while reaching around to push open the door.
Okay, and I'm assuming she uses the auspex.
Of course.
Do you have tech use?
Yeah. Let me just check if I do. Let me check tech.
Check tech.
That was awful. That was bloody awful.
Well, it made me laugh.
Let me see. Tech use. Hidden. Yes. In fact, I do.
Cool.
I have just basic rank, but I do.
Could you roll it, please?
Do I have plus anything, minus anything?
No, you don't.
Right. Well. No. I think I'm going to re-roll that one just in case.
Okay.
Still, but at least it's not...
It's not as bad. So, the thing is, there is an indication on your auspex that you can't quite discern. You don't know what it is, and so the check use was basically for you trying to recalibrate your auspex and see if you can
figure out what the hell it is.
Figure out what the hell it is, but you can't. No. There is something, but you don't know what it is. If it's a life sign, it's unlike anything you've otherwise seen on your auspex. If it's something that gives off heat, otherwise it's not. You really can't tell.
Yeah, actually, she gets an idea at this point and steps away from the door, and she tells the others that this is the case. There is in fact a something on the other side. I don't want to risk it being a bomb taking my arm off for obvious reasons. I also don't want to, shoot a bolter shell through the door because if I do that, I risk killing a surviving sister. So what I want is, I walk back to the others and I look at Achelon and I say, these are extreme circumstances. Could you kindly remove that door from its hinges?
Tim raises a hand.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to look at it with my thermal goggles before we do so?
Please do.
And it should be noticed noted that you've all seen Sister Francesca try to recalibrate the auspex.
Yes.
And failing.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't mention that she wanted to, actually try it again. So.
No, but it's something you can mention. That's up to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that doesn't seem to be the case.
And especially now that she says to Tim if he can use his goggles. So it's perfectly all right if you want to try for her to ask.
Well, what we're trying to do with the thingy.
I was trying to scan to see if there's, bombs or anything else at the store that's, rigged for when we open it.
Oh.
And I can see there is something, but I can't make out what it is. It's right there. I'm pretty sure it's right there, but I can't see what it is.
If you show it to Medea, you can see the same thing. what you see on the screen is not something you wouldn't be able to identify it, but you think you might be able to recalibrate the auspex to see if you can get a more precise reading.
Well, I can try.
Please do. I mean, if you can do that and Tim can use the goggles, I think we might have a good chance of finding out what that is.
Any modifiers?
Nope. Okay, cool.
Nice. Thank you.
So you do your stuff with the auspex. You do really recalibrate it, and you're certain at least that it's not a life form. That much you can say with certainty. But and you're also certain that it's not mechanical either. But the auspex, now that you've recalibrated it, gives a reading that indicates to you that there is some kind of circuitry involved.
Right. So.
Medea will say that.
Okay.
Right. Well, in that case, again, and well and truly clear of this, and remove the door from the hinges, please. Akalon.
Of course.
Also, before you do that, Akalon, Tim, you used your scopes.
Thermal vision.
Yeah, your thermal vision. And while there's no heat signature, your thermal vision thingamajig does give off a reading.
Emperor, for goodness sake! She just suddenly goes. All of the blood trails lead in there, correct?
Yep.
She goes on her. She reaches up and twists her vox bead to a more common Sister of Battle frequency, and introduces herself. And it says, "This is Almanes Francesca of the Order of the Crimson Rose. Is there any survivor in there?"
Interesting. Let me see. Okay, so you try to reach out on a relatively common Adeptus Sororitas channel, and you basically...
it would make sense for them to basically have barricaded themselves in there. It's the best, or it's the strongest building in the entire complex.
Yes. And what you get back is basically don't
Well, I will again tech use and try to clear up the static.
Okay.
And no. I will re-roll that because that's a critical failure.
Okay.
No, that's still not good. But she will give the others. I am bad at tech use, guys. But she will give the others the frequency and say, "Please see if you can get through on this. There's static on it. We need to clear it up. There's somebody in there, but they are saying, don't something. I don't know if they're saying don't open the door or whatever.
Or don't leave.
Please clear it up.
All right.
Yes, that's also a possibility. So please see if you can clean it up.
I'll try.
Thank you."
That's so close.
So close.
Might as well re-roll. It's only
So
1 hour.
close.
There.
Better.
Okay, so Medea, or Francesca, you hand your vox bead over to to Medea, and she tinkers with it.
Yes.
And then hands it back to you.
Yes, and once again she says, please respond, please repeat. We had static on the line. This is Almanes Francesca of the Order of the Crimson Rose. Please respond if there are survivors in the cathedral.
And she gets a response, this time much clearer than it was before. The voice says, "Don't enter the building. They've rigged it.
Through the windows, possibly? Have they rigged the windows?
Everything. They've rigged our sisters."
Do you have any idea how to disarm this?
Oh, we're trapped down here.
Where are you? Underground?
In the vaults.
In the vaults. What is your name, sister? What is your name?
Sister Umia.
Dialogus? Militant? Famulus?
Hospitaler.
Hospitaler. How many wounded do you have?
They're all... It's just us. They're... There are no wounded, it's just me and... there are 3 of us in all.
Is the vault secure? Did they get through?
The vault does not exist anymore.
Power of the Emperor, that thing can take a blast from a Titan. How?
They didn't use a Titan. They used something else.
The armory? How about that?
I don't know.
We will try. Is there another way in? Is there a secret passage? Anything of the sort?
Not that I know of. No.
There's a possibility. Stay on the line. Stay on the line. And she looks at the others and say, "We have got to find the abbess's personal quarters immediately. They are underground by where the vault used to be. There are only 4 survivors. Everyone else is dead. But they've rigged the corpses of the dead to explode, and they've rigged the entire building, including the windows. I'm hoping that in the abbess quarters we might be lucky if she has a cogitator that can tell us something, or if she might even have a secret passage."
Could you ask them where it is? That would shorten our search time.
If we've already checked all the buildings, I'm assuming that we know where it is, Heine.
Yeah. Let's say you have a fair idea of where the
abbesses.
Yes, exactly. Quarters are.
Right, and she breaks into a flat run.
You've probably done some preliminary search of the place. Nothing too.
No, exactly. I mean, were there any survivors? No. Hey, next building.
Yeah, something to that effect. And it's also worth mentioning that you've at this point you've spent hours in the abbey.
Of course.
It is a large place.
It is a large place, and we've had to cover all of it, but it's still.
Okay, cool. Yep. So you break into a flat run. The rest of you?
Tim does not break into a flat run, but he shouldn't have to with his new ability.
His new leg.
Ah. Okay, and Akalon and Medea, do you follow along?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
And the reason Tim doesn't go into a full run, by the way, is so he can, keep an eye out while they move.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Yes, on the basis that it'd be good if we don't trip something and cause the whole building to go sky high.
Yes. So we'll take our final break, and then we will be right back with some more Hereticus.